What's up, my friends and fellow subscribers? Sorry it's been a while since I've been back on my channel here with another video. Been real busy, actually taking a few days off from work. It's kind of been a working vacation for me. It's where I just finally get stuff that I needed to get done. And so, yep. So that's been what's been going on. Kind of in my office here right now. That's one of the main things that I've been working on. I've been working on office/game room. As many of you know, my late brother passed away 2 months ago, and so now I have another room that I can use. And so I'm using my main room here as my office/game room. So yeah, got a lot of pickups here. So let's get right into it. Let's show you what I got. This has been accumulating the past couple months. So one of the games you see right now, playing right now on the computer right now, is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Edition for the Super Nintendo. There's one game I picked up here for the Super Nintendo, loose card. Don't really care. I remember renting this game when I was a kid, and I had my Super NES, and I just totally loved this game so much. So went ahead and picked it up. Picked up another 32X game. And, you know, I got a Sega Genesis with the Sega CD and 32X, and I picked this up, tried this out, played it. I actually like it. I think it's pretty good. And that is NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the Sega 32X. Great game here, loose card. Picked that up, not too much money. Well worth it if you can pick up a copy. All right. Let's see. And you know, I got a lot of Sega Genesis accessories. I've got a ton of Sega Genesis accessories. I have both Sega channel adapters. I have a power base converter for the Sega Genesis that allows you to play Master System games. And I also have both models of the Sega Genesis, Model 1, Model 2, the Sega CD, the 32X. And so I picked up an interesting accessory here for the Sega Genesis. I did try this out. It does work pretty well. Well worth the money I spent for it. And a lot of you are asking, what is it? Of course, that is the Game Genie for the Sega Genesis. This was an officially licensed product. I only paid 20 bucks for it, and funny enough, when I got this a couple months ago, the price tag from KB Toys, I do remember this toy store, by the way, was 20 bucks. So I actually paid the same price that the person paid, you know, almost 20 years ago for this accessory. This is complete, of course. You see the Game Genie right there, fully functional, does work. And of course, the code book, which, like you say, I can go on the internet. If I didn't get the code book, I can go on the internet and get the codes. Yeah, I am going to have to get updated codes. But tried this out, played Toe Jam and Earl with this, because a lot of you that know Toe Jam and Earl, that game is difficult. That game is very difficult. The more you progress in that game, the higher levels you get in that game. You know, later levels, it does get tougher. And so I used that, tried this out, worked pretty well. Alright, picked up another Sega CD game, trying to expand my Sega CD collection. I picked up Afterburner for the Sega CD. This doesn't have the box, it's the game disc and the manual. I haven't tried this out, but I do have a burned copy of this, so I have played it. Yeah, picked that up, real cheap. They did have Android Assault there where I bought that. Android Assault is kind of expensive on eBay for a complete copy of Android Assault, but this one had the manual, had the disc, and I bet I could find a long jewel case or try to get a hold of one and make a case. But yeah, didn't pick that up. I don't know why. Okay, we got some more Sega Genesis games here. Collection's just expanding on Sega Genesis. I can tell you that right now. My collection, where I'm at now with Sega Genesis games, is way past what I had when I originally had the system back when I was a kid. Anyway, picked up WWF Royal Rumble for the Sega Genesis. This is boxed, complete, Wee Willie Winky on top as Cessna Ace and X-File 2708 to say. Haven't tried this out yet, so looking forward to playing that. I already have a copy of this game. I have a loose card of this game, and that's Columns for the Sega Genesis. But when I seen this, because I remember when I was growing up, I used to have the Sega Classics version of Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, and I liked these. These were pretty good. And So I've seen this, you know, columns. This was, and I looked, it was box complete, had the game card, had the manual. I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta get columns complete. So yeah, picked that up. Not too much there spent for that. And the last game I got for the Sega Genesis is Garfield Caught in the Act. This one, of course, also is box complete. Of course, somebody put a not for resale sticker on it, so. But that's odd. I don't remember this being boxed with any Sega Genesis. It may have not been. I don't know. So, all right. Let's see what else next. Let's go to PlayStation. Picked up a lot of PlayStation games. You may know recently I do have a PlayStation 3. I am on PlayStation Network. I've been playing some games online, and I use it for Netflix and for watching Blu-rays because the PS3 through HDMI looks awesome, as people have told me. I already have a copy of this game right here, but when I'd seen this was, you know, they had 2 copies of this game down where I went and usually get my games, but I already had this game for the PlayStation 1, but I couldn't pass this up. It's not complete, but you can get a manual for it on eBay. I'm thinking I might send this to somebody. And that, of course, is the greatest hits version of Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 1. All 3 discs are in there, and they look great. Kind of had to swap out the case on one of them. But yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this copy yet, because I only need 1 copy of this game. To be honest with you, I don't need 2 copies. But yeah, it is missing the manual. Case is somewhat beat up, needs a good clean, maybe some goo gone or something to take the stickers off. But yeah, only paid $20 for this. As you know, Game On Online goes for $50, and that's about what I paid for my Black Label copy. All right, picked up a lot of PlayStation 3 games here. So let me go ahead and show you what I got. I was getting into this, and I don't know why I stopped playing, but I think I got to finish it. Picked up LA Noire. Pretty fun game. I'm actually in Administrative Vice right now in this game. I haven't gotten to Arson yet, but yeah, I do love this. Pretty awesome. Kind of reminds me of the old TV show Dragnet. It's kind of got that style like Dragnet, so that's kind of why I picked that up. Alright, of course, you know, some of these games I actually have on cartridges, but I picked this up because there's some games I don't have, and I do want to play them. That is the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection for the PlayStation 3. Pick that up. Yeah, a lot of games, most of the games, some of them on here, I actually have the cartridges for. So yeah, pick that up. Figure I'm gonna try that out and play it. See what it's like. Okay, LMA 187 and Jay Blackheart and the Combat Fighter, otherwise known as Picado, talked me into getting this game. I asked him how good is this game. I'm like, oh man, you're gonna love this game. You know, we can play online, we can have matches. So I went ahead and picked it up, and that is WW12 for PlayStation 3. So pick that up. You know, takes a little practice. I need some more practice to get better with the moves and stuff like that, and the controls. But once I get the hang of things, you know, it'll turn out pretty easy for me. So yeah, pick that up. It does look good in high def. It does look good in high def. All right. And the last game I got, I went ahead and I got this digital download. 1 week, I went ahead and just bought the digital download of it because I was like, I wanted to play this game. And that's one of the reasons why I held on to the PlayStation 3 that I decided not to let this thing be sold. It's one of the reasons why I kept it. So I got a digital download. I played it, went through all the episodes. I loved it. And I remember I was talking to Trouble8385 one night on Skype, and he says he picked up the disc for this game. And, you know, he didn't even know it was released on Blu-ray disc for the system. And I was like, really? I didn't even know it was released on Blu-ray disc. I thought it was just digital only for this game. So I went into Best Buy one week, and I'd seen it sitting on the shelf, and I was like, I gotta pick that up. It was only $20, so I went ahead and picked it up, and that is Back to the Future, the game, on Blu-ray disc for the PlayStation 3. So this is the actual game disc that has all the episodes on one disc. I mean, like I said, I have them digital from PlayStation Network. So yeah, in a way, I've spent $20 twice, but I'd love to have a physical copy because you never know, something could happen. But I'd love to have a physical copy just to be on the back side, just to be on the safe side as a backup in case something were to happen. So yeah, pick that up. Love this game. Pretty awesome. Hopefully they come out with an episode 6, because it kind of left a climax at the end of episode 5, so hopefully they come out with episode 6. Alright, now let's get into some Nintendo stuff. I've been buying a lot of stuff for some Nintendo systems, so let me show you what I got. First off, I'm going to show you this awesome accessory I picked up here. Only paid $7 for this. I used to have one. Before I moved down here almost 10 years ago, I used to have a bunch of NES accessories. I used to have the Power Glove, the Force Score, I used to have the Orange Zapper, a lot of controllers. I used to have this accessory too, with a lot of Nintendo Powers, and I wish, and boxes too, I used to have boxes. I wish I didn't get rid of them. I wish I didn't have to get rid of them, because nowadays this shit's going on eBay for frickin', gold, like $50 just for a box. Yeah. Picked this up again, only paid $7 for it, and that is the NES Advantage joystick arcade controller. Kind of got to take it apart and give the buttons a good clean. The A button kind of sticks a little bit, and B kind of sticks a little bit, but it is functional. I used this the other day. I was actually playing some NES games with this, and it does work, but just I need to get in there and clean it and make sure it's good, but make sure all the connectors are fine. But yeah, pick that up. Okay, let's go to Super Nintendo now. Seen this on eBay, and I was like, I just wanted it just because it was a cool display box, and it's a pretty cool accessory for the Super Nintendo. And that is the Super Nintendo cleaning kit. Because I've seen this, I kind of like the picture of Mario there on the front. But yeah, this isn't a complete NES cleaning kit. It does have some of the major components, and some of the other components are missing, but you can't get some of the parts for this anymore to even make it complete. But yeah, it did have 2 manuals in there, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, I just got this just for display purposes only, to put on the shelf with my boxed SNES games. So yeah, I went ahead and picked that up. Thought it was pretty cool. All right, next game I got. Kind of real gem on the SNES. Paid pretty decent price for it, I would say. It came from Canada, so, and I do have the promo for this video, the original Nintendo Power promo tape. Not planning on getting rid of that. I have that tape, and then I have the one for Star Fox 64. I used to have the one for Diddy Kong Racing 64, but I destroyed that. I actually destroyed that tape to use the casing for another tape, for another movie I couldn't get anymore on VHS, and this was a long time ago. But yeah, the casing is actually used as a demo tape for another movie, so I don't have that anymore. Oh well. Anyway, game of course is Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. Picked this up boxed complete. I mean, this game looked like it had never been played. I mean, the man has. See, there's the game cart in its box. It's got the plastic dust cover on it. The game manual looks pretty nice. Consumer product manual tells you about the advises you the hazards of playing games. And of course, this was awesome. I mean, I'd seen this in here. This original poster was in here for Nintendo Power Super Club. I was like, man, this is nice. I remember these. I remember Super Power Club for Nintendo Power. But yeah, I've seen that. I gotta get a frame for this. I can put this up on the wall in my office. This is awesome. So I remember you used to get these when you buy Super Nintendo games. So yeah, I paid like $35, I think, for this box copy of Donkey Kong Country for Super Nintendo. So well worth the money. Still kind of smells like brand. Still kind of smells brand new almost 20 years later. So pretty weird, but yeah. Put that right there. Alright, next game I got, I used to have this game on the Nintendo 64. Kind of sold it to my brother, I wish I really wouldn't have done. There's a lot of games too, I wish I didn't get rid of this game. I had this game boxed complete when originally when I got my N64. Of course, that is Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I was actually playing a little bit of this yesterday. I was doing some tests with Amarak. See how the picture quality looked for N64 and for NES. I'm thinking about maybe doing some capture and doing some gameplay. I'm trying to get a setup going here where I have my classic consoles and stuff and I can play some games. And, just give you my honest opinion on how I feel about the games. But yeah, picked this up. When I bought this, the seller listed as boxed and complete. So, I went ahead and bought this, paid like $15 for it. But when I got it, it was missing the manual. So I emailed the seller, said, hey, the item I got, it's missing the manual. And he went ahead and he said, I'm sorry, the manual got lost when it was shipped to you. We're sorry about that. And I was like, don't worry, I can give you a partial refund for it. I can give you a full refund. And I was like, no, I'm gonna keep the game. I can find a manual on eBay. So I went ahead and got a replacement manual for this. So got this now. So this is the box complete copy of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Of course, the odd thing is, when I was looking at the game card, and I do gotta clean this a little bit. I gotta get this thing off because I don't like this on my game cards. But yeah, it has a name on the back. Robert. Now who do I know Robert? That's Robert. Oh, Trouble. Hey, Trouble. Thanks, man. I didn't know you were selling your game cards. So hey, thanks. I'll keep this, man. Thanks, man. No, I'm just kidding. I was actually joking with Trouble about yesterday on Skype. About it. I was like, hey, thanks for your Star Wars card, man. But nah, it wasn't really his. It was somebody else named Robert. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. We got that in the collection now. Pretty good to have this game back in my collection. I'll join Star Fox 64 and any other. Let's see, I got GoldenEye 64. I got Cruising USA for the N64. So yeah, I gotta straighten that up. Insert flyer. If you weren't familiar with this thing, do I get a free player's guide? Free from Nintendo Power. Oh wait, can't do that no more. Nintendo Power ceasing production at the end of this year. The over 20-year run Nintendo Power ends. That's bad. That is sad. I remember getting that magazine when I was a kid. I used to see it every month in my mailbox. I used to be reading it. That was pretty good. But yeah. Okay. Got one more game here. Kind of going and getting some reproductions. Looking into reproductions lately. Of course, Cheetah 2 is actually going to be reproduced here. I know people are going to say that's a scam. You could get a hacked, fixed version of Cheetah 2 ROM online. Yeah, you can. But I'm back in the project. He's actually reached the $65,000 he needed to fund this project, so he's got that money. So I'm actually looking forward to it, just to have a reproduction of an original game cartridge, because I'd love to play it on the original system, just for that bit of nostalgia. And this next game I got here, this game, if you're lucky enough to even get this game, you'll be spending a fortune on it. Or if you find one, you'll be spending a fortune on it. It's 20. At last look, when I priced this on eBay, it was $27,000 just for this cartridge. So, and I'm like, I don't have $27,000 to spend to buy an NES game. I don't. So, and I love to have the game, I love to have it for my collection. So I went ahead and I did the next best thing. I went to the website, retrousb.com, and I picked up the reproduction of Nintendo World Championships 1990. So yeah, went ahead and picked this up, got this in the mail the other day. I was glad to see this. Comes with a box. Comes with an NWC 1990 poster here. I'd love to hang this up. See, that's pretty awesome there. So yeah, I'd love to hang that up, have that on display in my office. This is not the first running. Actually, somebody is actually selling the first running of this, an individually numbered first run of this reproduction card on eBay for like $500. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I love this too. I love the dust cover it has. But yeah, it came with the dust cover, came with the manual. And of course, this reproduction here actually has the dip switches on it, so you can actually set your time limit to whatever you want it. So if you want to play at the time that was set in the original competition, you can do that, or you can do it a little longer. You can do it shorter. It's however you want. See how fast you can get a high score. So yeah, I was playing with this yesterday. My highest score is over 200,000 in this game, so a little more practice, I'll get better at it. So yeah, well worth the $60 I spent to get this, just to have a cartridge in my collection, because I did have the ROM for it, but But I did not know with Nintendo World Championships that the second player has to start the game. So actually, and that's kind of where this came in. I tried this out one day and, fired up my NES, and I used 2 controllers and I tried it out, and I was actually playing, I was having fun. And I was like, why don't I try my NES Advantage on and see if it works? And it does, works pretty good. Switch to 2-player, hit start, switch back to 1, you're playing the game. So yeah. Real glad to have this in my collection. Finally own a copy of Nintendo World Championships. Yeah, not an original copy, but it's reproduction of the original cartridge. Kind of like Cheetah 2, when that gets shipped out later this year after he's done making them. I'll be happy to have a copy in my collection, because I kind of love physical copies. Physical copies of games are awesome, because then you can just pop it into original hardware or reproduction hardware like the Retron 3-in-1 and stuff like that, or the Twin Family or whatever. You could, any new retro game console that's a clone of an original system. You can pop in a game, you can play it just like you used to do on the original hardware. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Got some more eBay stuff coming in. Be probably sometime mid of next week when those arrive. Picked up 3 games, 2 box complete games, 1 loose game. Well worth the money I spent for the loose game, and well worth the money for the box complete games I picked up for the NES. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for sticking with me. Sorry it's been a while. I'm sorry this video ran pretty long, but I had a lot of stuff to show off. So yeah, thanks for all your continued support. Thanks for sticking with me. And this is Buff4Kids saying be cool, and see you.